Now I get cancel culture is on a rapid witch hunt. I get it. And some motherfuckers do need to be canceled. Girl, Miss Courtney Lyric. Hello. I actually got this from the hair store and I thought it was cute. But yes, today we are going to discuss, as you can see from my ratchet attire, we will be discussing Miss Monique and her recent comments on bonnets and the ratchetness associated with them. Bear with me, I'm currently eating a Werther's caramel heart. Anyway, these hoes be good. But yeah, so I watched the video.
Gotta talk to her babies and say some real shit. I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap, but I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport.
And upon further review, first of all, Monique is an icon. Monique is a black legend. I have nothing but mad love and respect for Monique. There's no Monique hate, no Monique bashing on this channel, okay? No, data, you hear me. But I would say this. I did watch her video, and I really think people need to keep in mind that Monique is almost, I'm sure she's in her late to mid 50s. So she's an older woman. She comes from a generation where words like respectability, politics, anti-blackness, misogynoir, you know, those sort of things, those words did not exist when Monique was coming up. So she is from a very old school group. In fact, my dad, when we were younger and we would try to get in the car with bandanas on, he'd be like, "You ain't riding with me. I ain't riding with no pirates." So I mean, that generation just doesn't, they're really old school. They don't like the whole wear your hats inside and wear bonnets and wear rags. You know, they do not like that. I think her delivery was good, and I do believe she was coming from a good place. I don't think her intentions, well, it's hard to say, because if you have to start off something with, I'm trying my best to pretty much word it to make sure no one gets offended, that probably means you know what you are saying might be either is offensive or possibly misinterpreted as offensive.
I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment, and I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love.
But I don't believe her intentions were to bash or attack black women, an entire demographic of women who are associated with wearing bonnets. I think she should keep the title Annie. She's still Annie. It's still mad love. I still think she's a legend. Those thoughts have not changed for me. Now I get cancel culture is on a rapid witch hunt. I get it. And some motherfuckers do need to be canceled. R. Kelly should have been canceled. His black card should have been revoked over a decade ago. Do I believe that Monique's career should be over for this one video? Hell to the no. She's already been blackballed enough in Hollywood despite being an extreme talent. So I don't think we should cancel nobody behind these statements. However, I will say this. It is a new generation. It is a new day. The way that I raise my children is pretty much, I try to instill in them that we respect people, and the bare minimum requirement for that is just being a person. You treat folk like folk, not folk that are dressed a certain way, folk that present themselves a certain way. You treat people like people. And I think people like Monique and like Kevin Samuels, people who have kind of dressed up and presented things well, it makes it appear like it's not the thing. You know, but as the old folks would say, if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. If you say, "Hey, my baby," and make your soft, you know, make your voice soft and softly present misogynoir, it's still misogynoir. So, do I think she knows that it's that? No, I don't think. Like I said, I don't think her intentions were bad. But in short, just going by modern terms, is what she said technically sort of anti-black? Is it rooted in respectability politics? Most definitely. Most definitely. Because whether I have this bonnet on or not, I'm still an educated black woman. I'm still intelligent. I'm still intellectual. And if you took the time to get to know me, as opposed to judging me by a piece of cloth on my head. And first of all, let's be clear. Bonnets have purposes. We recently drove to South Padre, which was an 8-hour drive. In short, I didn't wear my sandals to the car and then present my feet to the house shoes because someone might have seen me. I wore my house shoes to the car because this is a long drive. I had a rag tied around the edges of my hair because I had braids, because when I get to the place where I care what people think, I want to be presentable. In the car, I don't give a fuck. And really, an airplane is a flying car. If you have on a $500 lace front with rollers or that's wrapped for Miami, we are not caring what the people at the airport think. The goal is to look fresh in Miami. So if you're going to be slobbing and drooling with your head going back and forth on an airport seat for 4 hours, tie that shit down, because I'm not gonna get matted a wig or my actual hair to appease white gaze, because she was like, they already think us. Who is they? It's white people. So in short, all of this is just rooted in white supremacy. It's for white gaze. It's for the approval of them because they think this. But this is a different generation. And one thing I do like about this generation, especially of black women, they don't give a fuck. And not in a bad way. They're going to do them. They're going to do what they want. And as long as they're not hurting anybody, that's perfectly fine. Like, if you personally do not like wearing bonnets in public, that is your choice. I really like Tammy Roman's response video, because a lot of people tagged her because she has the Bonnet Chronicles. So I guess, you know, they were like, what's Tammy gonna say? And Tammy agreed with Monique to a certain degree.
I understood everything that she said and actually agree based on my upbringing, trying to convince other people of our way of thinking, because some people are just not going to get it. Equally so, you can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves. I feel like, let people do what they want to do.
But she more so feels like it's that person's business, it's that person's choice. And that's how I feel. What you eat don't make me shit. You want to wear the bonnet, if people are staring, which I'm sure they weren't, but if you believe that people are staring, that is your choice. What you have on your head has nothing to do with my head at all. And if you genuinely are at a stage in your life, I think people that are at a stage in their life where they don't give a fuck what people think, you can say it's Tammy called it secondhand embarrassment. So maybe Monique was slightly embarrassed for them or on their behalf. But if they're not embarrassed, keep your embarrassment. If they don't care, let them be free in that. There's freedom in not giving a fuck what people think. And everybody, apparently Monique, has not gotten to that place in life where they live in that freedom. Who are we? Who are we to say you've lost your pride or you have no self-pride because you are wearing a cloth? Like, women in Africa wear wraps on their head everywhere they go, and we call it regal. But over here it's ghetto. I don't get it. But if a Kardashian was to do it tomorrow, if Kim was to pose on the cover of Vogue with a bonnet tomorrow, bonnets would sell out like hotcakes. So let's stop. It was from a good place, but is it rooted in respectability politics? And yes, anti-blackness and misogynoir, even if that was not her intentions, the statements still were that. Argue with your mama. This is my YouTube. Love Monique, got mad love for Monique. I saw the video. I think she's coming from a good place. But does that change that this is a new day? This isn't the 90s. You know, these young ladies are more brazen, they're more bold, they live their best life, they're more independent than we were taught to be growing up, or even Monique. So things like white gaze, white acceptance, you know, respectability politics with this particular generation is just not a thing. And I don't think that means somebody has no self-respect, no pride. You know, we don't know how hard these young ladies worked or how much money they saved to go on this trip to do whatever. And if they want to be completely relaxed, that's their right. Everybody is not Monique. Everybody's not making Monique money. Monique might have money for some hairstylist to be waiting for her wherever she's going to fix her do-up if it gets slightly coiffed on the plane, these young ladies might have been saving and scrimmaging, and they want their wig right and tight for when they get to the place where they do give a fuck what people think. But in this airplane lobby, you'll have to forgive them if this isn't it. I just say, you're never too old to learn, because I used to think the exact same way. There are a lot of ways I had to unlearn and get with the times and really just it's nothing wrong with renewing your mind. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And what's crazy bananas to me is a lot of the people who felt like Monique, a black woman, was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when she insisted that Netflix pay her more money, when she demanded to be treated like the queen of comedy that she is. These same people, mostly men, that are high-fiving her now, were calling her crazy and saying, you're no Dave Chappelle, when she thought she should be paid more by Netflix and thought that it was a huge scam and full of shit. But y'all wasn't backing her up then. But now that she's saying something attacking a demographic that you probably really don't care for anyway, it's yes, queen, yes, high five. Like, sometimes you just gotta check yourself. At least I know Monique was coming from a good place. Before you fake hoteps that are trying to bandwagon and trying to jump on her, jump on her backside and make it like you support Monique and that you love what she's saying and that you support her and yes, queen, yes. Where was that energy a few years ago when she was trying to get paid as much as Dave Chappelle? Where was it? Huh? When she was getting blackballed and couldn't get no jobs in Hollywood, where was all this backup then? People, it don't matter who it is, they'll hate your guts. But if you jumping on black women, they are there to high five it, and it's disgusting. Sick of the shit. Sick of it. Wear your bonnets if you want. It's your fucking business. I personally do not care either way. If Monique wants to care, if she wants to tap people on the shoulder, that's her. Me personally, I got bad knees. I'm not gonna walk across no airport if I don't have to tap no grown person on the shoulder and tell them to take something off their head that has nothing to do with me, so that white people who probably just scratched their ass crack and ate a cracker out of their purse 5 minutes ago in the luggage checkout line can think that you're worth respecting. Like, it's a new day. It's okay to unlearn old things. Yeah, sir. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like what I'm giving you, subscribe. It's free, honey, free. I can buy more fancy bonnets and fans once I get monetized. But for real though, thank you for watching and God bless.